All right, so let's do the dance again. Now it's recording. All right, who completed 30 days today? 4:30. And for those of you that are lagging behind us, we'll see you soon.
I'll see you at the end of the week.
Yeah, but by Monday, maybe we can all start round 2 together.
Yeah. No, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. Maria says she's in.
I will.
Hello.
Even with this cold, I'm pressing play. I don't care.
All righty. All right. So let me go ahead and start this call, and then maybe others will come on. I don't know. But I am recording. Yay. I love recording. So I just wanted to welcome you guys and just congratulations, Tony and Donna. Like, I feel that, I don't know about you guys, but this is like, I've been very consistent. And I think this is the most consistent I've been since like P90X, since my very first program and Insanity. Like, 21 Day Fix, yeah, it was pretty good the first round, but there's something about this particular program that I feel like even my eating has not been 100% because it's very hard for me. But it's been, close. It's been like 85%. Most days I'm doing really well, and I'm proud of myself. So I want you girls to be proud of yourselves. I know, we've been working really hard, and I'm already seeing some progress pictures. And Maria is one who posted her progress picture. She says on Team Eagle, because I saw it. So it's really exciting, and let's continue to encourage our people to get those pics up, get them in. If you have people who want to go public with them, I would say to help them. I think that's awesome. I think especially because people are seeing results so quickly with this, that we might have some that are, that would consider, that maybe haven't gone public yet and would consider and would maybe do it. So I'm really excited about that. So definitely, like, in terms of your challengers, coaches, like, encourage them, help them, even ask them for a favor. I did ask a few of my girls to do me as a favor. Can I include their pictures in my transformation album? They're not working coaches. So, we'll see, because I know people are shy, but they're seeing results. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, I have somebody who's just like, pretty much just signed up as a coach just for the discount, and but she did so well on this program that everybody at work is seeing her, that she has 2 people that she just figured out. She went into the thing and got the link, and now they're signing up under her. So now I got to probably try to get her to understand what she's getting herself into now.
Yeah. That's how it starts, Donna. That's how it starts. I was here when Denise presented to me the opportunity. I said, hell no. I'm not doing it. That's not for me. I totally rejected it. And when I realized the bigger picture of what this is basically how a lot of coaches turn into coaches. They come for the discount, and then they reap the benefits, and they fall in love with the whole system. Yeah. It's just the unknown. I think it's the fear of the unknown more than anything.
Yeah.
Plus,
that's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing. And just help her. And it's okay if she signs some people up first, and then you just get her going.
Yeah, it's Tanya. Her name is Tanya too. But it's because she's been it's been really difficult for her to lose weight or for us to see any difference in her for a while. And now with this program, you see it so much.
Wow.
That, people are watching her. So
awesome. So I see we got some more people on. That's awesome. So I think that people will just kind of dial in here as we go along. So I wanted to make sure that we got on this particular call because this is already, we're moving towards the end of the year. So we only have a few weeks left in December. I don't really want to go over like challenge packs and all that stuff, because I know you guys know what's on sale, and we're always posting on Fit Page. Definitely go there for any information that you're needing in terms of what's on sale. But definitely this is the time of year where we have to go into the new year with a plan already set in place. Not that we do it January 1st. It has to happen now, like today, like yesterday. So I wanted to do a presentation today on how to earn more in the next 90 days. And I'm pretty sure that that's kind of where our mindset is that we definitely want to see that increase in income. We want to continue to work our business. So moving forward, as I share, definitely take notes and start to think about and start implementing, writing notes, and let's get a plan set in place, okay? Even if you don't necessarily have a specific plan when we get off this call, I want you already to be thinking, and then within the next few days, schedule a call with your upline to really get it down on pen and paper so that we don't get caught off guard the next few weeks with the holidays and everything. And then like New Year's is here and then it's already January, and time flies very quickly. So if you can take notes, I think I'm not going to do this as a slide because I feel like I always have issues with that. Let me see. No, I'm just gonna click on each slide. All right, so these are just some of the topics that I'm gonna cover. It might be a little fast and furious here, but definitely I'll try to go into as deep as I can, but I put this together. I'm excited about it. I'm not the best at creating these presentations, but I took pretty much the whole day creating this. But these are just some of the topics that I want to cover today. Relational marketing, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Creating systems, tracking, teamwork and accountability, and implementation. And please feel free to stop me if you have any questions, or I'll probably open it up at the end of the call. All right, so let's talk about how we're going to make the next 90 days the most effective in your business. Again, the reason why that's important is because the way that we go into the new year, a lot of times sets the tone for the rest of the year. So you want to go into the next year hard. And I think that this is perfect. The fact that we are in the midst of quarter fours, that our fitness is on point, that I know that we're talking to a lot of people, and those that maybe necessarily don't sign up now, they trust me, they will sign up in January. My Januaries have been the highest Success Club points the past few years because everybody wants to do New Year's resolution. However, doesn't mean that you can't meet Success Club in December. Keep pushing. But you're definitely going to get an influx of people wanting to sign up in January. So we really want to try and catch them and start to make those connections if you haven't already now, like today. And what does that mean exactly? We are in a relationship building business. Please don't ever, ever forget that. What I mean by that is that when you talk to people, come from a genuine place. When you connect with people, talk to them and get to know who they are. Get to go onto their Facebook pages. Get to know like what's going on in their lives. Make sure that you're truly connecting in a genuine way. These are just some of the things, some of the ideas or some of the tips that I can share in terms of what to do like now to make sure that you're strengthening those relationships. This is the perfect time. And I know that we talked about it a little bit in our chat, but sending out holiday messages, thanking your followers, also going back to past prospects or maybe customers that have dropped off. Take away judgments from that, because I think that human nature, when we have a customer that has maybe dropped off, we tend to start thinking the worst. Let's take away all kinds of judgments, because you never ever know what people are going through. You have to trust me on that. Just because somebody drops off and they're not returning your messages doesn't mean that they don't like you. So that's what I mean by no judgment, following up with people in the, from your past, prospects, customers. Take the idea of a challenge pack out of your mind when you're connecting. So what does that mean exactly? I know that a lot of what I'm saying, you guys probably already know this, but I really want you to sink into thought as I'm sharing, because I think that a lot of times, and I'm guilty of that, when I talk to people, I want to have my points in, so I'm like, there have been times that I've had to catch myself because I'm talking to people and I want to move on to the next one. And I have to slow myself down to say, you know what, this is a person, and I want to genuinely get to know this person, what their needs are, and I want to be able to provide them with a solution to their problem. So I take away the idea of selling a challenge pack when I'm having a conversation with them. So just start to practice that, okay? Take sales away. Get to know them. If Beachbody is not the solution to their problem, then it's not the solution. Offer them something else. Message your family and friends. This is also the perfect time to send out messages. I know that on multiple occasions, I have sent out mass messages and emails to my friends and family who I know are not going to join, basically telling them what I'm doing. Hey, how are you doing? I just wanted to share with you, that I'm on this business venture. This is my new business. I'm really excited about it. Let me know if you know of someone who's interested. I would gladly take a referral. Like, this is the perfect time for you to send those kind of messages to family and friends, because I know that sometimes we're a little hesitant to ask them to join, or maybe we've spoken to some family and friends and, we don't know that they want to join our groups, but send them a message anyway. And the holidays is the perfect time to do that. So get back to what we stand for, which is building relationships and making true, genuine connections with people. Okay, slow it down is basically what I'm saying. When you're connecting with somebody and talking to them.
Can I do a parenthesis? You remember what I shared yesterday? Let me just reshare here. That about sending those people, especially people that were your customers or prospects, send them a little e-card. Like, do a little card on one of those sites, either canva.com, that's what I use, or any of those applications, and send them, say happy holidays, like, thank you so much for your support on this year. And if it was something that you work with, you can say, thank you so much for trusting me with your journey. It was a pleasure to actually help you on your journey. Something like that they can feel identified. And it would tell I started yesterday, and it has opened up many conversations with old people that I even had that dropped out. So even though if they don't decide to move forward, believe me, they are going to have you. A lot of people don't reach out to you again a lot of times because they fear that you might have something against them because they dropped out. That's another one. So if you are the bigger person and you stepped in by thanking them for trusting you on their journey, believe me, they're going to switch their mindset about it. And if things didn't end the best way possible, then that would be a good way to open a door. Unless you have an issue with that person, then no, let them be. But if it was just somebody that dropped out or something like that, go ahead. Feel free to do it, because that can open up genuinely that door, and they don't feel like you're actually pressuring them to get in or anything like that. I just wanted to share that because we actually were talking about that yesterday, and it's working for me.
Yep. So however you decide to do that, through Canva, like she mentioned, or you want to send out Christmas cards. I know that I did that last year. However you decide to do that, definitely make those connections with your people. So good point. All right. So one of the things that I want you to start to think about is to be very specific on what your income goals are. I know that, a lot of us came into this business because we like to help people, but at the end of the day, we also want to earn an income. So you got to be really specific as to your income goals. And I'm like I said, I'm just going to touch up on a lot of things. This is going to be a lot of information that I'm presenting. So anything further, any questions or anything that you all can contribute to, what I'm sharing here, please, let's make the Fit page very interactive, and let's share information in there as well. Also think about and decide what kind of a coach it is that you want to be, and how much time you're willing to invest into the business on a daily basis. So you got to be realistic about that in terms of setting those goals, whether or not you can maybe devote 1 to 2 hours a day. Maybe you can devote 3 or 4. I did go live on Fit about choosing your path in terms of what kind of a coach you want to be. And there's a lot of in-betweens. This is not the type of business that there's black and white. There's a lot of different shades in between. We have to be okay with that. So what I mean by that, though, is that typically there's kind of 3 types of coaches, which is discount coach, hobby coach, and business builder or team builder. And you can fall somewhere in between, and you can fall back, and maybe you'll fall forward. And whatever it is, if you decide that you want to earn an income, you want to build this business, then you have to invest time into it every single day. It's like it's the type of plant that has to be watered every day. It can't go a day without being watered, whether or not you're doing it part-time or full-time, or you want part-time income or full-time income. Make sure you create a system that is right for you according to what works for you. So these are just some of the things that I'm going to go into this a little bit further as we go along. So what is a system exactly? It's a set of connected things or parts forming a complex whole. It's a method, it's approach, process. I wanted to talk a little bit about system because I feel like a lot of times, I know for me personally, I've taken quite some time to develop a system that works for me. That's just me. Some people are better at this than I am. And I think that's okay because developing a system has to be customized and has to go according to the type of person that you are and the type of learner that you are and the type of, business person that you are. However, remember, we're all we're owners, right? So we want to treat this like it's our job, it's our business. So we have to make sure that we are in the process of creating a system that's going to work for us, right? This is going to be part of your system here. All right. So tracking your business is crucial. I can't even begin to tell you how many people I've lost track of before I got Teamzy. I was even using Streak for a little bit before Teamzy. I wasn't feeling Streak too much. Again, when you are developing your system, which is, what's going to help you organize your business, you have to be okay with trying different ways of tracking. So tracking is incredibly crucial. I feel like still, because a lot of us maybe are still not in that business owner mentality, that we're still not really good at tracking. But it is crucial because you will lose a lot of people. And if you're not tracking your business, you don't really know where it's heading if you're not tracking. And you're not going to really know and learn from maybe past mistakes if you're not tracking. So tracking is crucial. Decide what works for you, what's best for you at this moment. Meaning there might be some of you that maybe have, 1 or 2 prospects. Maybe you haven't signed anybody up yet. Maybe you are in contact with people, every single day, and you're adding to your contact list every day. Whatever that is, though, keep in mind that maybe today your tracking system might be different, but that might change tomorrow. I do suggest that everybody gets hooked onto Teamzy like now, even if you feel that you have just 1 or 2 or 3 people, is my recommendation. If I would have known about Teamzy a year ago, or if it existed back then, I know that my business would be in a different place now. I'm not really going to go too much into what Teamzy is about. If you want information, we'll gladly give it to you in the group and share with you. And I'm sure your upline can share that with you. I would completely invest in it. It's a total game changer. So keep in mind that, in terms of tracking, some of us do start off maybe paper tracking using the business activity tracker. And that's going to go through changes. However, like I, mentioned, definitely look into investing into Teamzy. Don't be afraid to try different methods until you kind of figure out what's best for you. I've heard some coaches that really like Streak, and they're good with it because they're really good at, that data entry stuff and they're organized in that way. Like I'm really not good in that way. So some people are good in that, some people just like to, maybe they're not really good with technology and they just like to keep track via paper. If you're really good at it and you feel like that works for you with your business activity tracker, then just go for it. Just make sure that you are really, really good at it and that you have a really good system of not keeping track of not losing track of people, of following up, having your contact list. I was not really good at the paper stuff. I literally had like 5 notebooks, like different notebooks everywhere. I had Post-its. I was writing on my board. When I wanted to find something, I couldn't find it. So I had to kind of take a step back. And even with Teamzy, I'm just the type that I get frustrated sometimes easily if something doesn't come easy to me, and I tend to kind of give up. But I'm no longer that way. I keep trying to kind of figure it out, or I ask for help. That's what I do. And I ended up asking Tony for help because I'm just not really good with grabbing onto some of this stuff. However, now that I understand Teamzy, it's actually pretty easy. It's not hard at all. I just decided to take the time and invest in it daily to where I got like a rhythm going. And now that I got a rhythm going, it's a beautiful thing. I know that some of you guys are in a chat, but I'm going to hold off unless, I don't even, where the heck is the chat now? Oh, there it goes. Was that some questions that you guys had? Oh, you guys are just chilling. All right. Just talking amongst each other. All right, good.
I did ask if you want me to share the team call we have with Eric. That way they can watch it and get familiarized with Timsy, because he is amazing at sharing every little detail that you need to know about the
I
program.
actually we put it on the Fit page. It's in there. It's in the
Let's
file.
bump it in so that way they can watch it, because it is totally worth it. And it's not just because of the system, but what he shares. You know, he talks about our mission. He talks about how you can actually implement that with your customers, with your contacts. Like, he's great at what he does. And he's a coach. And that's the reason why this works for us, because it was created for Beachbody coaches exclusively,
Exactly.
not for anybody else. That's why it's amazing. You even have the scripts in there that you can use to message people. And that's totally awesome. And that was added not long ago. So yeah, they do make it easier for us.
So definitely we'll bump up the video so that you guys can watch it and kind of, so you can understand it better. The other piece of this is teamwork and accountability that I wanted to talk about. Keep in mind that we all affect one another in terms of rank, in terms of volume, in terms of recruiting, in terms of Success Club. I'm using the term elite culture or elite team because we are an elite team, and I want us to act that way. Meaning that strive to do your very best, because your decisions and what you do and don't do are affecting the rest of the team. So I want you to really keep that in mind and really understand that this business is not like any other business. This is not a solo type of business. This is a team business where we need each other in order to succeed. When one of us succeeds and advances, we all succeed and advance. Okay, so always keep that in mind. One of my suggestions is to create partners or like a little coaching crew. So the whole piece of, and I'm using the word accountability loosely because I'm very divided by the word accountability. Like, I feel like it's awesome to have someone kind of hold you accountable in a sense, like your upline, or maybe you check in with you have a success partner that you're set up, or maybe like you have a little crew where there's 3 or 4 of you in the chat and you kind of just check in daily. I encourage all of that. That's a wonderful thing. You decide what works best for you and your partners, whether you check in daily, whether you check in once a week with each other. But at the end of the day, I want us to really start to develop the mindset of self-accountability. Okay. So what that means is that you are holding yourself accountable for your daily activities, and your daily activities really should be a reflection of your goals, of the higher goal of where you want to be. So if your goal is to increase your income or increase your volume on your weak leg, then your daily activities need to absolutely coincide and contribute to that particular goal that you have. So just start thinking about that self-accountability piece, because I always like to use this, like, we didn't join here to have a boss, right? And yeah, we have leaders on the team, and definitely, like I always say, to check in with upline, because we have access to a lot of trainings, we have a lot of experience, we've seen a lot, no need to reinvent the wheel, because a lot of times if you're struggling through something, we probably have already experienced that. However, start thinking about that whole self-accountability piece, because at the end of the day, we want to be our own bosses, and we don't want to have, someone over us checking in if you completed Coach Basics, or if did you get through that email I sent you? Like, that's not what this business is about. And we want to create leaders. We want to create people that are independent. However, that also works amongst the team, right? Does that make sense? You work independently, but then you are also working together, as part of a team. So I always think of it like as a car or any kind of vehicle has all these independent pieces, right? And these independent pieces will do their thing, and they have to be at their max. But if one of those pieces breaks down, it starts to kind of affect the rest of the car, right? The car is maybe not running as well as it could be. That's exactly how this team is. That's exactly what we're about, right? So understand that you have a very important role on this team, and whether you are wanting to achieve emerald or ruby or diamond or above, like that's part of the team success, right? I want to get together with my leaders, because we also, as leaders, we want to have goals in terms of the people on our team and helping you guys advance, because that also coincides with our goals, right? So that's something that I'm hoping that we can all kind of, get together about and make sure that we're on the same page, and that make sure that you are in contact with your upline, and that you have a really good kind of clear understanding of where you want to go. Even if that changes, down the line, as of today, like have a good, clear understanding of where you want to be in this business, maybe, 3 months from now or 2 months from now. And make sure that you are communicating that with your upline. All right. So now what? So implementation is important. Making a decision to actually put into practice. It doesn't count if you're just thinking about it. You have to do it. So, going back to developing that system, if you're unsure, talk to your upline about it. Like, figure out what is the best way for me to create this system. Onboarding is part of that, even though I don't have it here. Like, talk to your coach about when you get a new coach, like the onboarding process. Like, what do I do with this person when they come on board? That's going to be all part of the system that you're going to set in place. So, going back to the implementation piece of it, which is super, super important, and putting it into practice. So write it down, make sure that you're using a planner, and schedule your time. You have to schedule your Beachbody time every single day. Just like you ladies have been awesome about scheduling your workouts, you have to schedule your Beachbody time. And you have to also allow for possible emergencies or distractions or things that just pop up. Like, that's also part of your weekly plan. Like, what am I going to do if my child gets sick? What am I going to do if, I get sick and I can't pay attention, do my social media? Like, that's all part of your weekly plan. So you have to count that in somehow. So schedule your time, schedule your Beachbody time. I know we've talked about power hours, and I know we have a lot of new coaches. So definitely get together with your upline to get some power hour ins if you're not sure how to run those or how to do those for yourself. Those are so, so important. And it's the best way to really be very productive. Be very intentional. Again, meaning like, be intentional every single day with what it is that you need to do. So work off of your planner. Being intentional means that you have to plan. You have to even be intentional with what are you going to post for the day. Like, plan those out, especially you ladies that are super busy. You have full-time jobs, you have kids. I mean, we're all busy. It doesn't matter if you have a full-time job. Every single one of us is busy. But I already know the day before pretty much what I'm going to post the following day. Like, be intentional about it. I know there's definitely going to be times where you're just going to post spontaneous, and that's perfect too. That's fine. I mean, I do a little bit of both. Scheduling your time is being intentional. Planning out if there's any kind of obstacles that are going to get in your way, that's also being intentional. Just like you do your meal prep, just like you do your workouts, okay? And check in with your team and talk about the system. Whatever system you decide to put into place, make sure that you are constantly checking in and reevaluating it. I really hope that you're having at least weekly calls with your upline. Those are really, really important, especially if you're a new coach. Very, very important. It's up to you to decide if you need them weekly or bi-weekly, but phone calls doesn't replace anything. Like, you can't, I know we're busy in chats. I know that a lot of times we get a lot of information. in the chats, and I think that's a beautiful thing, but that doesn't replace a phone call, because I don't know what one of my girls is going through unless I talk to her. I need to talk to them. So I know that we're busy, but try our best to get on a call, whether it's bi-weekly, however you decide that, or every week. Do your best, because that is the best way to actually do like almost like a self-evaluation. Like, talk to your upline about, okay, this is how my week went. These are the goals that I had set out for this week. I couldn't reach some of these, and now I understand why. So always take a look back, which is why I've also gotten into the habit of scheduling my week on a Sunday night. I know that's a pain in the butt. I know we want to watch TV. I like to watch The Walking Dead with my husband. That's one of our little, downtimes on a Sunday night. But I like to plan my week on a Sunday so that I know Monday morning, or if not, then you're going to have to do it early Monday morning, 5:00 in the morning. Plan your week, right? That's what I mean by being intentional. Write it down on your calendar, because if it's not written down, it's not going to happen. I'm telling you right now. So writing it down is also important, because when you check in with your upline, you're going to be able to kind of reevaluate the prior week and kind of see where you could have done something different. Did you get to, did you reach the goal of maybe adding on 20 new contacts for that week? Did you reach the goal of signing up 2 people for that week? Those are the types of goals that I mean. Like, how many coaches do you want to sign up for the week? How many people are you adding to your contact list? Brand new people. How many brand new conversations are you starting every day? Teamsy can help you with that, by the way. But that's what I mean by being intentional, setting those goals, and then reevaluating them with your upline on those phone calls, however you decide to do that. Looking back at the prior week, and definitely constantly reevaluating your system. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. If you got to tweak it, you got to tweak it and do something different. All right. And that's totally fine. What works for one person doesn't necessarily work for the other. Okay. So be all right with that. All right. So really quick, fast and furious. Let's talk money. If you don't know volume, and if you don't understand the compensation plan, go and understand it, please. You have to understand it. You have to, Mickey uses this term, you have to know it to grow it. You got to understand how you earn your income. You have to understand your weak leg versus your strong leg, how you cycle, who are your team players, who are the people that you should be paying more attention to, who are your top producers. It's so, so important to really understand this. Don't be like, oh, I like what I do, and if I make it, no, like, this type of business is the type of business that there's a potential to really earn a nice income with it. So don't be scared. Like, it's okay to say, I want to make some money. I want to earn an income here. I want to be able to pay for my car payment. But you need to understand how you're going to do that. What is it that you need to do in order to get that volume going? That's really important. Following the leadership ladder. That's really important. Get into your back office and understand it. And if you don't understand it, it's your responsibility to understand it. Do your homework on it. Go to FAQs. Read up on it. Again, going back to that whole, where I'm feeling kind of divided, the whole self-accountability piece of it, where you are responsible for that. And that's why I also wanted you guys to tap into that Craig Holiday call. And I think I'm going to bring those calls back, because I absolutely love them, and they still pertain to what we do today, even though those calls are like 3 or 4 years old, because he talks a lot about that whole self-accountability piece, and you being responsible, taking responsibility for where your business is today or where it isn't today. That's your responsibility. It's not upline, sideline, or anybody line, right? So this is just a very brief, this doesn't actually work, but if you need the income calculator, let me know. Again, this is just understanding. This is a really cool calculator, because all you have to do is type in what your weekly goal is, and it tells you exactly what your legs should look like and what you should be voluming at. So let's just say, your weak leg is voluming at 300 or 400. Don't be discouraged by that. This is just a guide to show you what you need to aim for. And how do you build volume? Through adding on coaches, through them adding people. So what this is basically going to show you is that where you should be focusing your energies, right? You have to understand this in order to grow your income. Where should your energies be focused on? Right? So should it be focused on, I definitely commend my top producers on my strong leg. However, my focus is on my weak leg because I really want to get that leg going. So I'm going to put primarily my focus on weak leg people, right? Those that are actually showing and are signing up people, because saying that you want to work the business and doing, it's two different things. Okay. So be very mindful of where you're spending your time. I am more of, I want to see who's doing as opposed to who's saying that they're doing. Okay. So be very mindful of who you're spending your time with. And that's where understanding volume and clicking on everybody's volume to see who's producing is going to help you understand that.
I mean, look,
okay?
this is the what he's going to
Nice.
for a week. That's where Mackenzie is.
Oh, I thought somebody was talking to me. So these are my closing remarks here. This was really cool because I just got this from one of the top coaches. And I thought this was really interesting because I kind of want to spend a little bit of time on this. 4 ways to create success in your life. So the first way is that you have to get super hyper focused in priority areas of your life. And what does that mean exactly? That if these are just my 4 priorities, and they're not in any kind of order because family is always first for me, right? So even I put business first. Family is first. So if one of these areas in my life is out of order, it kind of tends to affect the other areas of your life, right? So if being that these are my 4 main focuses, business, family, finances, and health, I want to make sure that my daily activities are focused on these particular priorities in my life. So make sure that every day you're being intentional and being laser focused on these areas of your life. And how are you going to do that? I cannot even say it enough, is by being connected to your vision. And I still feel like a lot of people lose sight of that. And being very specific about what your vision is in the next year. I don't even want to say 5-year plan because I think that's scary for people. I want you to look to see where you want to be in the next year. 1 year from today, where would you like to be? And think about the key areas of your life and be laser focused on those areas. For me personally, every single thing that I do in terms of driving this business, it's for my family, it's for my health, for their health, and it's for our finances. Because all of that stuff, it's going to push and drive me towards my goals and towards my vision for our lives. All that stuff. So every single day, I'm laser focused on these key areas of my life. So make sure that you have a good understanding, because if one of them is out of balance, guess what? It affects the others. So if your finances are really bad and you're in a lot of debt, that's going to affect health. That's going to affect family relationships. That's also going to affect how you run your business. If you feel like you're having family problems, health, if you feel like your business, business, I think that business is a little bit different because business is kind of like you can maybe somewhat disconnect with some of that stuff, but not really in the type of business that we're in. Right? Because we're in a relationship building business. So for us in particular, it's really, really important for us to keep our key, those key areas in our lives, to keep those in check. And make sure that whatever it is, like I know that we talked about maybe doing Smart Success, but I learned a lot about this particular training that I took some time ago, where she had us actually rate certain areas of our lives. And you know that I scored really low in terms of religion, in terms of faith. I scored low. What that meant is that that's an area in my life that I wanted to strengthen, but at the time I felt it was very weak. This was about 2-3 years ago. So what did I do? I developed a plan to strengthen in that area. Does that make sense? Because then other things started to fall into place. The same thing with my finances. I was in a lot of credit card debt back then. So me and my husband were very intentional about creating a plan to get ourselves out of debt and pay off some of those credit cards. Once I started to do some of that stuff, I noticed that other aspects of my life became better. That makes sense? I know that this can be a whole other training in itself, and I swear, like, we have to get back to that smart success training. But I just want you to start thinking about that, because I felt like when I was watching this particular video today, I just felt like that was really, it really pertains to us, right? Taking massive action and do the things every single day that are going to get you closer to your goals, which is what I mentioned. Massive, massive action, guys. Again, this is not talking. This is not talking the talk. This is actually walking the walk. This is actually doing and implementing, guys. And that's a decision, because I know that everything that I share today, you guys have already heard this. I know this for a fact. But you have to make a decision to actually implement it, to actually do it, to actually be intentional about it every single day, taking massive action, because the only way that you're going to get to where you want to be a year from now is if you get laser beam focused on very specifically what it is that you want your life and your family to look like 1 year from now. So definitely connect with your team, with your upline, with whoever, and talk about that. And really, this is the time of year with the whole new year coming that people start to think about, what was me? I didn't reach my goals last year, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? 2016 is gone. Okay, so I don't want any of that crap here. I want us to start thinking moving forward. That was my intention with this call. Moving forward, not be, woe is me, I didn't meet my goals. Okay, no, moving forward, learn from that. What will you do different, and implement and do it, because action speaks louder, guys. I'm telling you right now. Number 3 is whatever your belief system is, God, higher force, the universe, faith, whatever that is. In this business, I've used this term before, and I've learned to understand this, is that you kind of almost have to have blinders. It's like, it's to me personally, it's a faith-driven type of business. It's a belief-driven type of business. Belief in yourself, belief in what we do, trust and faith in God that you've been placed in the right place, that you are here for a reason, that you're here with a purpose. That is what I mean. I want you guys to dig and reach for that. Don't ever lose sight of it. I can't even express to you guys enough how many times I have thought about quitting this business. Trust me on this. I know that I have leaders on my team who've thought about quitting this business. But what drives us, what keeps us going? Number 3. Number 3 keeps me going. Number 3 keeps me going because I know that I was placed here for a reason. And I love what I do. And I love when I get messages from my challengers. Just from the simple 3-day cleanse, losing 4 pounds, I'm jumping for joy because I'm so excited about how I made that, how that person feels, because I introduced them to this. Like, that makes me feel excited about what I do every single day. I don't focus on my coaches who've left, or challengers who bought a challenge pack and never checked in with me, and they unfriended me, because I just had another one unfriended me on Facebook and on all social media. Like, that's not my focus. You know what? Like, that's on them. My focus and my excitement comes from you guys. My focus and excitement comes from the new people that I'm signing up. That's why we push Success Club so hard, because those are the people that are going to re-energize you and that are going to make you feel excited over and over and over again about doing this business. It's new blood. That's what's going to keep you re-energized, because they're always going to bring you back to why you started this in the first place and why you're excited about helping people. So always keep that, have that in the forefront, that belief, that faith in this business, because it is faith and it is trust, because a lot of you signed up because you trusted me, you trusted Tanya, you trusted Tony, you trusted Andrea. That's why you signed up. So that's it. This business is about trust, right? And having that faith. So always keep that in the forefront. And then number 4, I can't express enough. invest in yourself, read, go to a seminar. One of the girls, Angie's on this call, she just went to go see Eric Thomas. She looks up to him. He's a motivational speaker. He's like Les Brown. Like, do that kind of stuff. That stuff excited me. Even though I couldn't go with her, I was like, yes. Like, that stuff excites me because she invested in herself. The best thing that you can do in this business is to invest in yourself. Attending events, being on team calls, reading a book, because the more that you work on yourself, the more that you're going to feel confident and equipped to help others. And I can't even express enough how beautiful that is. You are working on yourself, and that actually almost bleeds out of your pores, right? When you're confident. Holla, 30-day core de force, come on, man. Don't tell me y'all not feeling badass. Like, seriously, like, how, that's a beautiful thing when you feel so freaking good about yourself. And then when you talk to people, guess what? They feel that energy. That is the energy that signs people up. And even if they don't sign up with you today, they will join you when they're ready, because they feel that energy coming from you. And where does that come from? Personal development, investing in yourself, being a product of the product, kicking ass with your workouts and staying true to what we do as our mission. So I can't express enough. PD every single day. Even if you can't do the 30 minutes that we recommend, do 10 minutes. Plug yourself in on the way to work, whatever you need to do to build you up, plug in. All right. I don't have a last slide here. Do I have? Oh, okay. The end. Closing remarks. That's my presentation. I hope this helped you guys. I just want us moving forward to have a plan. And again, just kind of looking into the new year and being excited about it, about what's to come. I'm just excited. I'm also excited that we have like another 60 days to go. I'm quarter fourth. Are we excited about that?
I'm not bored of the workouts. I like my routine. I wish they could be just at least 10 minutes shorter, the ones that are 47 minutes. And not because of the 47 minutes, but because of the extra routine. A lot of times I can't do the 16-minute and 47-minute. That's the only complaint I have. If it was 5 minutes only, but then the piece of hell that we get for 5 minutes is also.
I separate them because a lot of times I can't get them in at the same time.
Girl, the longest 5 minutes of my life. The damn plank.
Because in the morning, I usually have to get the kids out. Like if I do a morning workout or if I come home and I feel exhausted. So a lot of times if I don't do them back to back, I'm getting it done in the evening. So tonight, right? I did dynamic strength. What we got tonight? 16.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Whatever, hardcore on the floor, whatever it's called. One of those.
4 on the floor is the 5-minute piece of hell.
I love it.
Jesus Christ. But that's the only thing that I wish that. And it's because we have been used to the other workouts that are shorter. So you like schedule yourself for like an hour all in total to get everything done. And then.
It goes really fast though, seriously.
Like, me too.
Ding, 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 ding. Like, yes.
I enjoy it. And the rounds are short. It's like, okay, there are 12 rounds, but then they just only 2 moves. And you master it, you go to the next. Like, I like that. So far, and I enjoy their vibe. I enjoy Jericho is my badass. I love her hairstyles. I'm all into look. I got the braid on today.
Oh my God! Then I actually asked my hair girl if she can do braids like that, and I don't know that she's good at that.
I do braids, so she inspired me now. I'm like, oh, let me get some Jericho style today.
Oh, man.
I'm obsessed with her. I love them. I have ever since Shanti, like I don't connect with trainers like that. I love Shalene for many reasons, but I feel that I have a deeper connection in workouts with them.
Isn't that crazy how that makes a difference?
Yeah.
I think that I I don't never really had a connection with Autumn. I do
Me
like
neither.
Sagi.
I don't.
I do like Sagi. I think he's cute. Does he motivate me?
I enjoy Sagi 1,000 times better than Otto. Actually, with Hammer and Chisel, I actually used to look forward to his workouts, not hers.
I know. Me too. I thought
Hers was just like,
because he was funny in a corny way. Like it's cute. Like he's cute.
I like him. I like him. He's cool people. And then he's Barbie's husband.
I
Come
got
on.
to hang out with her at Summit like a lot. Not at Summit, at Leadership. She's so awesome. She's
a sweetheart.
really good
She's a
person.
sweetheart.
So do you guys have any questions or anything? Did this presentation even make sense?
It's funny because I was just talking to the girls yesterday, Maria and Juliana are on the call, and I was telling them about that. I said, if you don't write down your goals, if you don't have a game plan for what you're going to do, it's like you running around in circles. That is the whole deal. And I struggled a lot in keeping track of my business because I lacked on the tracking and setting the goals and sticking to them. And that is so easy to fall off track because we are not used to that. We don't come with that ability of coming from a background where we are keeping ourselves accountable. We keeping other businesses accountable by being their employees, but not ourselves. And for me, it was like a completely brand new thing. Teamsy has been the thing that has helped me so much with that because I just suck at it. I really do.
I know I sucked at it too. Really
And then they break it down. You can even put when you sell a challenge pack, you tell them how much was your commission and everything. It breaks everything down for you. So that to me is gold because I don't have to go crazy thinking or breaking it down. It tells you exactly what you have to do every day. So personally,
too, like for someone like like Angie who's been doing this for a while, like for me and you, Andrea,
yeah,
we have contacts. I mean, we had contacts from years ago.
too long of a contact list. And what Denise said, I second that. Do it now.
You can actually upload those contacts and reconnect with those people, which
it was overwhelming. The first month, honestly, was kind of crazy for me because I had too many conversations. And I also had a contact list. And then from Instagram, they still not able to upload it. So what I did from Instagram is the people that I was talking to, I added them manually. And it took me time.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing that too.
To organize it.
It does take time, but yeah. Maria or Juliana, your new coaches, Donna, you guys have any questions about any of this stuff? Or
Yeah. The Teamsy, what is that? Is that an app or how do I get that? How do I get started
That's
on
a program. That is a program that's on your computer. You have to have the computer. You can use it on your phone, but the computer is, I have it on my phone. Like when I want to check something real quick, but it doesn't work the same way as having it in computer. You do have to pay for it monthly, but they do give you a 30-day trial and they
I just did it.
Yeah. They don't even ask for credit card, nothing. All you have to do is sign in and then you try it out. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to share the team call we have with him. So that way I totally recommend all of you who were not in that call or didn't get to watch it to please watch the video before you do this because he explains everything in detail and you will be more clear on what it is that you want to do. And let me tell you, I pay $29 a month? $29
a month, but it's the best. It's a good investment. It's a tax.
Exactly. And he even said it. It's only 20% of your commission. So think about this.
Worth it.
It's totally worth it. You can invest on it. It's totally doable. And at the end of the day, you would definitely need assistance to track your business.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you do right now, you're going to end up needing it. Because if you are in a path of growth, there's no way you can do it in pen and paper. That just doesn't happen. It's not realistic.
You're going to lose track of people. So, Andrea, can you bump it up and maybe tag Juliana?
I'm just going to repost it. I was looking for it. I still didn't find it. I was like,
Post it then. That's fine.
Yeah.
No, I know because I have files in the. All right. So, does anyone else have any questions or any comments or remarks or anything they want to share?
No, I this was good. It definitely is putting a little bit more fire back into me that definitely was being lost. And I definitely want to check out the Team Z, because I think, my biggest thing is when I get overwhelmed with being unorganized. So I need to get organized.
Yeah. I think that once you get organized, you're going to just feel a lot better about connecting with people. It's just going to make you feel accomplished.
Yeah.
I know Tony's really good. I mean, the girls are really good about setting that designated time where, and Tony will say too, I'm getting this done this morning, and like I'm disconnected, and that's awesome. And we need to kind of have that discipline. We need to start getting that and put it in place, because I'm telling you, once you get that going, and once you feel like you have that rhythm going, you're gonna feel so accomplished, and you won't feel scattered. And I think that's why a lot of people give up on this business. Because maybe they feel scattered at first, maybe they're losing people, they're not, so once you have kind of that system going and set in place, you'll feel good about moving on and adding on more people, because you're going to have good track of those that you're already talking to. So you're going to feel good about adding more people. You know what I mean? And did you want to add something, Tony?
No, I'm glad to see you. I'm glad we're here, and I'll definitely help you out with anything you need with Team Z and stuff, Donna. So I know you got that fire back, so.
Awesome, Donna.
Thanks.
I think it's important that too. I'm glad that you shared that, because when you're losing fire, you got to connect back to us. You have to connect. Don't ever lose sight of the mothership, ever. Like, I know that we're off on other, we have our own teams and Team Eagle and this and that, but always connect back, like to whoever, like I said, we're all part of the same team. So don't ever lose sight of that, because whatever you're feeling, most likely we have felt it, or even feeling it now. So it's nice to connect. It's just like at your job, right? Like, who understands you best about your job? Is it your spouse? No, like, you can talk to your spouse, your husband, about your day at work, but does he really understand what you're going through? No, but we understand what we go through as coaches, so don't ever disconnect, and don't ever feel like whatever you're going through, like you're the only one ever, because trust me, you're not.
Just posted a call. Please look it up in the page, please, in the fit page and the team page. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so if you guys don't have anything else, I hope you found this helpful.
I did.
I mean, I could go on, and we could probably spend 2-3 hours talking about this kind of stuff, but I just wanted to give you kind of an overview, and then for you to now take this back to your coach. So Donna, you have to now sit with Tony and break down, and let's start working on a plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Maria with Tanya, so like that was my intention with this call, is now for you to kind of take this and start now before the holidays hit. So I recommend within the next week, schedule calls. Like, even my personally sponsored that are on this call right now, you can look out for a message from me within the next week. We got to start setting up calls, because the holidays hit, and then what happens? We go crazy. And we still got to hit Success Club before next week.
We lose it. Another thing that I was going to talk about, I know that a lot of us are struggling with Success Club right now, but like Denise said today, to hit it by next week. So how can we hit Success Club by next week, guys? Doing it together. Don't go alone on your journey. If you have these conversations where you lost those people, reach out to your upline and share it with them, because that person, your upline can help you close that deal. Don't think because it's the holidays they're going to say no, but you have to keep showing your results. Like today, a transformation. On Thursday and before, you can also use a transformation. I totally recommend to use transformations. They actually are the ones that work best for us. But we got to do it together. And we have been working greatly. I mean, I'm so proud of us, the Diamonds. We haven't been working this closely ever. And I'm happy because we are sharing a lot of information, and you guys are helping me out a lot. My brain is functioning better thanks to you guys. I tell you that right now.
All right, good stuff. Definitely teamwork. Because you're
Yes.
not at this alone. Don't ever think that you're alone, guys, okay? All right. Yeah, Yvette, honey, the call ended. It started at 8, but I recorded it. All right, and you get with me, girl. You're mine. I'm just waiting for the cancellation, but you're mine. Y'all know how that goes. All right, honey? All right, well, with that being said, love you guys. Transformation Tuesday, put your post out. Get your power hour in. Still got time.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.